All right, let's go ahead and jump into some information that's designed to help folks that are out there selling mobile apps to be more effective in what they're doing. Really, this discussion is for people that have already been trained, that have already been out in the field, and I just want to hit on some of the basic points that you want to keep in the front of your mind as you're out there working that'll help you to put more money, more dinero in your pocket. First of all, if you're seeing this, then you've probably been introduced to the free demo call script. And the first thing I have to say about that is, hello, use it. This thing was put together in an effort to help you be effective when you're out there and you're talking to people about setting appointments to come back and show them a free demo and talk to them about selling them an app, which is, of course, how we make our money. When I first got started, what I did is I took this magical piece of paper and I printed it out and I stuck it in my pocket so that when I went out and I was talking to people about seeing a free demo, I would have this piece of paper so that literally when I walked out the door after talking to my first person, I could get this piece of paper and I could look at it and see what I potentially had left out when I had gone through my spiel and talking to that first customer. So my suggestion is you do the same thing, because after rereading it, after walking out that first door, you can focus in on the part that you missed so that when you walk in the next door, it's fresh in your mind. When you repeat that as you go throughout the day, it's sort of hysterical how on the first one you leave out this piece, on the next one you leave out this piece, so on and so forth. Literally, after a few days of doing this, you're going to have this information down. And you're not going to have any challenges there whatsoever. So one good tip I can give you is to take this document, do exactly what I did, print it out, stick it in your pocket, and when you're out there and you're talking to people, look at this after you walk out the door and see where you got it wrong. See where you screwed up. It'll benefit you dramatically. Again, I'm not here to teach you all the ins and outs of this document. You should already have that training prior to seeing this video. Okay, next thing I want to talk about is collecting the necessary data to book the appointment. So what's going to happen when you're out there and you're going through this information, really this first paragraph here, hey, my name is Ken, I'm out here with Next Wave Designs and I was hoping you could help me. Who would be the person responsible for the marketing or promotion of your business? Oh, well, that person is Joe. Although Joe is standing right over there, you need to come back and see him on Wednesday after 3 because that's when he has time to talk to salespeople. Oh, you need to email this person. You need to text this person. If you go out there for a full 8 days talking to people about setting appointments, 8 days, listen to me, a full 8 hours trying to set appointments, you literally on your very first day should have no fewer than 10 to 15 of these where the people are telling you that what you want to do is follow these particular instructions to be able to get to the person that makes these decisions. So what you need to do as a salesperson is you need to stay organized. You need to have a notebook where you're keeping all of your business cards that you pick up for these people, you're keeping all of the emails or whatever information they're giving you just so you can stay organized. I'm 48 years old. I've been selling since I was 15 years old formally. And if you go into my car, you'll find all kinds of scraps of little paper where I try and keep my notes from the different things that happen throughout the day. If you take that approach to keeping track of this information, you are literally going to lose out on opportunities. I can think specifically of one of our sales reps in Nashville, Tennessee. She walked into a restaurant. The restaurant told her the person that she needed to talk to was someone who was in Dallas, Texas. That's who handled all the marketing for the company. Now, when I heard that, my first thought is, oh boy, that's going to be a long and windy road. No point in going down that windy road. Well, guess what came out of the end of that windy road? The sales rep sent off that email, got a response, ended up having a meeting, which ended up then being a series of 5 meetings All of them were online meetings, and I participated in 3 of the 5 meetings. And at the end of that long, windy road, the sales rep made a sale, sold a restaurant with 4 locations, and they bought 4 mobile apps. I believe the pricing was $1,150 for each one, and then $85 a month. Yeah. So you walk in the door, you think you're getting blown off. They tell you what to do to get to the decision maker or to continue along in the process. And that was one where it literally resulted in picking up a check for $4,500, and it was like 3 days before Christmas that we got it, so that didn't suck. But to get that those funds, the $4,500 and then $325 a month in revenue, month after month after month, year after year, does not suck. So that is certainly something that you want to make sure you do, which is just to keep track in an organized fashion of the information that you're picking up when you're out there and you're talking to people. Okay, so the third thing I want to talk about here on my list is that every single appointment that you go on literally should end in another appointment. The only time an appointment that you go on should not end in another appointment is when the customer tells you no. Obviously, if they tell you no, there's absolutely no reason to go ahead and go through any sort of call them back or set up another appointment. The people said no, they weren't interested. Go on to your next person. But if the people tell you, yes, I want to buy the app, great. You need to go ahead and schedule an appointment to come back and do a back office training. You need to schedule an appointment to come back and show them the finished product. You need to set an appointment to come back, and if it's a situation where you're getting a down payment and then a final payment, you need to come back and get that final payment. The best time to schedule that appointment is right now. You're sitting there, they're sitting there. Schedule the appointment. Now, the most common situation that you'll run into where this is so important is when you've got a situation where the customer tells you they want to think about it. They want to pray on it. They want to do whatever they want to do, but you've got to come back in 3 days to get the final answer. Well, we're not going to go through talking about how you're going to get them to give you that final answer or, I want to think about it. Well, what is it that you want to think about and how to handle that stuff? That's not the point of this conversation in this video. The point of the conversation in this video is that if you've got a customer that didn't tell you no, you've got to come back and see them. If you leave without scheduling an appointment, you're going to have to call them on the phone, email them, text them, or come back to the business to try and track them down in an effort to be able to schedule another appointment. That is, quite frankly, that's stupid. It's the equivalent of driving down the street with your windows down and your air conditioning on full blast. You're just throwing money away. The reality is that it takes time and it takes effort to be able to get in front of that decision maker the very first time. So if it's going to take time and it's going to take effort to get in front of the decision maker, hello, the thing to do is to schedule the appointment right now when everybody is present. That will make you so much money, and then get back in front of them and pick things up where they left off. Super duper important. Okay, number 4, ABC, always be closing, folks. You've got to ask for the sale. Again, I'm not trying to teach you right this moment how to close. We do that in other videos. But what I am saying to you is that the people who do not ask for the sale are people that are terrified to hear the words no. N-O. Like, my name is no. My sign is no. My number is no. When you're there and you're selling, if you don't ask for the sale because you're afraid to say no, what you're going to do is you're just going to keep talking. And if you just talk, 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 talk. If that's all you want to do is talk, 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 what's going to happen is your customer's eventually going to say, you know what, I got to go. I got to go back to work. I thought this was going to be a 15 or 20-minute appointment, and I have got to go back to work. And now you're rushed. Now you're trying to set another appointment to come back and see the people. Why would they want to see you? So they're going to set an appointment 3 weeks from now, or tell you to give them a call or send them an email or whatever. They're not interested. And it's not that they are not interested. It's that your message was so convoluted because you simply talked right past the sale. So ask for the sale, people. Don't be afraid of the answer. If they say no, goodness gracious, that's awesome. Let me move on to the next person. But if you just sit there and don't ask for the sale, bad things are going to happen. So again, tune in on one of my videos that talks about closing and overcoming objections, because that's what you've got to be able to jump into if you ever want to bring an end to your conversation. So please, 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 ABC. Okay, the fifth thing I want to talk about is really, folks, know your competition. When you know your competition, then you can be confident. When you are confident, you will sound like me. Now, how did I become confident in what I was doing, talking about mobile apps? I'll tell you how. Let's say you decide you want to start calling on tow truck companies, but you have no idea what to put into a tow truck company app or what the selling points are. What you would do is go to the App Store and look up tow truck companies. And what you want to do is download 10 apps onto your phone for tow truck companies, and then go into each app and learn. When you do so and you're done learning about that particular app, delete it, because you don't want to just unnecessarily load up your phone and keep all that stuff on there for no reason. But when you do download 10 apps for schools, 10 apps for churches, 10 apps for restaurants, 10 apps for doggy daycare companies, 10 apps for whatever sort of businesses you're calling on, you're going to learn what the selling points are. You're also going to learn that there's a lot of apps out there that are garbage. You're going to learn that there's a lot of apps out there that look exactly like the type of app that you do or you sell. However, the people that are managing those apps are not exactly managing the apps. There's all kinds of things you're going to learn. You're also going to see who some of your competitors are. There's a button when you go to download an app that says, "See more apps by this developer." If you click on that button, you're going to see that the person or the company that made the particular app you're looking at, that they've actually made 12 other apps. You can go into those and learn. You're going to find the company's website, their Facebook, their Twitter, all kinds of things like that you can then go and learn about that company. When I first got started, that's what I did, because I didn't know any other companies that were in this business. And in doing so, I found several different companies that I was able to learn from. I found their Facebook pages and I saw them working trade shows. I saw them, do different types of marketing that they did. I saw different markets that they were working in, which said to me, oh, I didn't know that tattoo parlors were good places for mobile apps. I didn't know that ladies' clothing boutiques were good places for mobile apps. However, I stumbled across this company, and this company has done 25 apps for that type of business. So you can learn all kinds of information, and what I'm here to tell you is, once you have researched 10 distinctly different industries and done what I just explained, you have the opportunity then to sound as confident as I do when I go out there and talk to people about mobile apps. And literally, when they say things that are absolutely not true, I can slam them with knowledge. Knowledge that I gained by doing exactly what I just explained. So, I hope in this 14 and a half, 15-minute session, you were able to pick up some little things that can help you be more successful when you're out there and you're talking to small businesses. Literally, I've got sales reps that are out there just killing this thing, talking to businesses every single day and selling every single week on a consistent basis. But if you're out there and you're talking to people and you're seeing them consistently on a weekly basis and you're not doing the basics, the fundamentals, then you're going to find yourself driving down the street with your air conditioning on full blast and your windows down. Get it together, people.